Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I stated on at least 2 occasions that I will make a video as this one. And the subject is who owns AI, in this case, owns the United States of America. And who owns the United States of America pretty much owns the rest of the world. I will make my case by providing names, explanations, and connections. Now, in Romania, we had a saying which goes like this: Pe omul cinstit nu îl supără adevărul. In English, that would sound: the honest person is not bothered by the truth. So if someone is bothered by the truth, that means that person is not honest, is dishonest. Truth might be uncomfortable, but you have to look at it and make the best out of it. So my point is, the names and the companies owned by these names are straight there, are evidence. I didn't make them up. If someone gets offended or is upset about it, I do not care. So let's start with AI. What is AI, and who controls AI, controls and will control the American society? And in this case, I'm talking about controlling the American society like a unseen dictator. Let me show you a few articles, and then I'm going to make my point. I will explain how AI is working to a certain extent, or at least my angle of explaining how AI is working, how AI used in, for instance, intelligence services in the United States of America, or in the Pentagon, or in the news, have potentially the power to subjugate, to own the country. All right, let me show you the latest article that actually triggered this video. So this is the article that broke the camel's back, for me at least. I said, okay, I accumulated enough information to support my thesis, which is a clique controls the United States of America in many realms. So Trump's AI czar calls for US to get out of war, warns Iran. Papa, I was like, ignore all this. I didn't care about that. All I cared is, what do you mean Trump's AI czar? Who is this person? I said, oh my God, this face looks very much like a Levantine. So I said, let's get his name. Venture capitalist David Sachs. Okay, he must be, you know what. Who is President of Trump's AI and crypto czar? What do you mean? What does that mean? Who is this guy? No worries. All right, here it is. Oh, when I saw these pictures, I said, oh, I think I know who you are. He's only 53. Only 53. And he's South African American entrepreneur. I said, yeah, okay, let's see. And I found Sachs was born to a Jewish family in Cape Town. So this guy right here, this guy is, if you didn't know, and now you do know, President Donald Trump's AI and crypto czar. Donald Trump, so he's Jewish. Donald Trump's world envoys are putting aside the clown Marco Rubio. He's going to be killed in the Senate floor as, that's not, how should I put it, euphemistically put, YouTube. He's going to be in the Senate floor like Julius Caesar All right, but tomorrow, on the 15th of March, 44 before Common Era, he's not in charge. Not Rubio is in charge. Vitkov is in charge, Jewish, an entrepreneur, building businesses, building buildings, construction businesses, and Jared Kushner, another guy. These are his foreign ministers, the czars of Finnish ministry. All right, that's the first one. If he's his czar, that means he's in charge of anything, of Trump's, and through Trump in charge of us. No worries, I got more. All right, next one. This is something that I said I'm going to start collecting receipts. Russia Today. This is from about a week ago or so. It's from the 27th of February. Pentagon designates key AI contractor a national security risk. I said, oh my God, what happened with that AI contractor? President Donald Trump has blacklisted Anthropic over its pushback against the use of its tech for mass surveillance and autonomous weapons. So this company, I will show you who's in charge of it, pushed back against the use of artificial intelligence for mass surveillance and autonomous weapons. You know what it is? That means the weapons will have autonomy given to AI, not the human beings. AI. Who controls AI? Controls the autonomous weapons. So supposedly this guy from Anthropic was against mass surveillance, and the Pentagon designate this guy as a national security risk. U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth had formally designated artificial intelligence firm Anthropic a supply chain risk to national security, following U.S. President Donald Trump's order to blacklist the company across the federal government. How does Trump know about this and Hegseth follow orders? Could it be because of this guy, who is, as we know, the czar of Trumps in AI? So I think it's internal. It's a internal clique infight. Understand? I got more for you because I will explain how AI works. Next one. You can see, oh, this is redundant right here. OpenAI strikes deal with Pentagon. I said, Opa. CEO Sam Altman, Jewish, has meanwhile voiced support for rival Anthropic after Washington stopped working with the company. Did you hear what these guys are doing? So this Jewish guy says that actually I support the other ones, Anthropic. All right? But guess what happens? OpenAI strikes deal with Pentagon hours after Trump administration bans Anthropic. So Trump, because I'm guessing this guy right here, bans Anthropic as a national risk, national security. Then this weasel comes and say, "Oh my God, no! I'm voicing support for Anthropic, but I make a deal with the Pentagon hours after you got fired." Between you and I, in your life, I know if you have a laborer, a hand laborer, who picks up a rock from here and drops it here, he can be hired in 2 hours. You're fired. Who can pick up rocks? You. Let's go. You can find these people. It's easy job. Do you think that Mr. Altman, right there, or actually rather I'm going to go right here, it's easier. Mr. Altman was not in the wings? Do you think that Mr. Altman actually stabbed in the back Anthropic? I think they did. You don't find another company to strike a deal in 2 hours. It was 2 hours. That's how the title was initially. So you got Trump with his czar, Jewish, fires Anthropic, Jewish, okay? And this Altman supports the Anthropic, who's also Jewish. Anthropic gets out, Altman gets in. But Altman struck the deal with the Pentagon in hours. Do you mean in hours they just got together at the Pentagon and you think, oh, okay, what do you have, buddy, right here, pa, 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 pa. Do you think that's the way it worked? Or you think it was weeks or maybe months at work to cut the Anthropic and get OpenAI? Nevertheless, we Americans, not being Jewish, we are in bad shape. Regardless if Anthropic is there or AI, OpenAI. I will explain. Let's go. So what do we have here? This is it. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman announced late Friday that the company had signed a deal with the Pentagon for its AI tools to be used in the military's classified systems. Classified, not disclassified or unclassified, but with seemingly similar guardrails rival Anthropic had also requested. Alright? No, next one. OpenAI strikes Pentagon deal with safeguards as Trump dumps Anthropic. When I saw this one, I was like, holy fuck, this look even worse than, where are you? Than this guy. All right, I said, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Who the hell are you? Look at that big beak. All right. And I said, Dario Amodei. I said, oh my God, you sound Italian, but your big beak and face, you know what I mean? So when I looked here, now here I found here that his mother, Elena Engel, a Jewish American. You remember, contrary to these imbeciles who think that if they convert to Judaism, they're Jews. You ain't. You have to have a mother who's Jewish. And they go by this, not by I change my clothes and right now I'm Jewish. Tomorrow I'm Catholic, tomorrow I'm Orthodox, tomorrow I'm Islamic or Muslim, tomorrow I'm Buddhist, Hindu or Zoroastrian. Alright? Or Zarathustrian. Alright. So just so you know who's who, what's what. But I'm not done. I am not done. This is how the titles were then. OpenAI to work with Pentagon after Anthropic dropped by Trump. Said had struck a deal hours after Donald Trump ordered the government to stop using the service. So they were in talks. Got it? Around these guys in hours. I want to show you in hours. Classified hours after Trump administration's comments, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, Samuel in pula mea, Jewish name. Not Samuel is not a European name. It comes from them. All right, but you want it, you have it. Sam or Ben, Benjamin. Posted Friday night on X that the company has struck a deal with the Defense Department. Great, great, great. OpenAI, we have Samuel Harris Altman, right? He's in charge on OpenAI. Then we got Anthropic, who's over there, Dario Amodei, the big beak as well. Next one. Who's John Koum? John Koum is the co-founder and CEO of Whatsup. Now I'm going to switch in a different gear. I'm going to show you social media is owned by the same guys belonging probably to the clique. I'm doing this for you to connect some dots if there are to be connected. I'm giving you names, which is truth, and they should not be upset. I don't think Mr. Koum or Altman or the other Italian guy should be upset if I call them. And they're Jewish. I think they should be proud they're Jewish. Why not? After all, right? You're not going to be, oh my God, don't say, why do you mention my name? No, why not? That's the truth. What's the problem? All right, and I'm not implying ill will, just so you know, just because everyone that I'm going to mention here belongs to a certain group. I'm not assigning that. I'm just giving you information. And you go home, or you are at home, and you do not connect any dots. Next one. So I'm going to show you a few guys who are in control of our social media, not only on big business, big media, on our social media. Therefore, their algorithms will work in a certain way. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain how the algorithm works and AI works. Just a second. Here it is. Let's finish with the names and the locations. Mark Zuckerberg. I don't have to say anything about it. You know, he's just a co-founder and CEO of Meta platforms. Yeah, Meta. All right, this guy, remember, is Whatsup. So everything you do Whatsup, if you don't know, that's CIA on you. CIA is on you. Next one. John Koum, right there, he's from Ukraine. He's an American billionaire businessman programmer. Okay, from Kiev, Trapalaka, USSR, mother Jewish family. All right, next one. Ellison Oracle, poised to run TikTok. He is Mr. from Oracle, Mr. Ellison, Jewish Larry. Hey Larry, what's going on? He would raising hopes for tougher anti-Semitism rules. What does that mean? That means the algorithm will work in a certain way. Remember, Ellison Oracle poised to run TikTok. How did they get TikTok? This tool took it from the Chinese and gave it to the Americans entrepreneurs. That's how they did. This is what the tool did. All right. Jewish tech executives met with TikTok CEO over pro-Palestinian bias concerns. This is 2023 when they said, you know what? We got to do something with TikTok. We're going to talk to Trump. We're going to push his buttons. He's our tool and he's going to sell it to us. And we will be in charge of what's on TikTok. That's what it is. Next one. Bob Iger or Iger. You know Bob Iger? Bobby Robson. All right. He's the board of Apple Incorporation, member of Perfect Day, Genesis, so. He's Austrian Jewish family in New York. Remember this guy's name, okay? And he's got some other things as well. Next one. Mark Zuckerberg, we know this guy. LinkedIn, you know LinkedIn? Yeah, okay, I'm going to tell you LinkedIn. It's an American business, but the key people are some people that really we don't want to know who they are. Maybe not this one, Weiner, but I'm going to show you someone else at LinkedIn. This guy is the guy who was in charge of your friends in LinkedIn. It's an American internet entrepreneur, venture capitalist, podcaster, and author. He's the co-founder and former executive chairman on LinkedIn, just so you know. Just so you know who this guy is, okay? He's just a nice guy like you and I. He's also a big beaker. Don't worry. Look at him. And you're going to find if you want. I gave you just a few names. Just a few names. You can go nicely and look if you want further. Hey, I want to show you some more. That's extra. They are all led by Jewish CEOs. Most of what Americans watch on screen is distributed by just 4 companies. Together, these media conglomerates own most America's TV networks and film studios. They are Comcast, the Walt Disney Company, Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Paramount Global. Paramount. Brian Roberts, Comcast. David Ellison, Paramount, the guys with the Oracle. Larry, that's Larry. Whatever his name is, David Zaslav, Warner Bros., Robert Iger, the Walt Disney Company, and you can go down here. All right, Paramount, Warner, and so on. Other media owned by Jews, and you can go down here, okay, and watch it. Now, don't be upset, bud. Don't be upset. Don't be upset with me like these guys were upset with Yeah. You know, Yeah. Okay, so Yeah pulled his telephone in one of his videos and said, why these guys are over here and you know that? And he lost from more than 2 billion he was worth. Yeah, okay. He was worth Kanye West, okay, former name, and Tom Jones prior to that. He was worth $2.2 billion. And when he touched these victims, the victims dropped his worth to about $800 million. More than half. They halved his worth. But they have no power. It's just the victims, and everybody hates them because they're just the victims. All right, you got the jinx, the ginks, the mix, the gig. Now let me tell you about AI and the algorithms. Let's start with the algorithms first, okay? Because I know it very well through direct experience, just so you know. The algorithms. So first, the social media were considered platforms. Platforms they just like a phone company that allows you to use the phone, the line. And you can say, hey, I love you, or fuck you, or I'm going to fuck you up. The telephone company is not liable for what goes between you and whomever you speak over the phone. They were just a platform. They are just enabling people to communicate and post crazy stuff. They were not liable like news media. That's an entertainment. It's a different story. You got a FFC, FCC, whatever it is, right? Which I have another article here for you, which is unbelievable. Right there, I'm going to make a video on this one, just so you know. FCC chair threatens broadcast licenses as Trump criticizes Iran war coverage. Just so you know, I'm going to talk about that in my next video probably. That is, you got to write what our beloved leader demands you to write and how to write. You can't tell the truth, you tell the narrative. Otherwise, we're going to pull a parlor on you. Do you remember parlor? My God, I'm going to go all over the place here. But let's stick back to the, how do you call it? The algorithms. So algorithms are like this. So first the platform. I told you what the platform is. I can be on the phone and say, I love you. I can, make sounds and with the phone over there. The company is not liable for that. It just provides the communication means. That's how a platform was. But then they said, you know what, we're not going to do this. We're going to just help you. We're going to help the customer, which is the viewer. The guy who views YouTube, like you, that's going to help you. For instance, you watch me, let's say, daily. And let's say you like me. Thank you very much. Who wouldn't, right? So you like me. And you watch me one time. Now the algorithms sees that you watched me. And the next day when you turn on YouTube, I'm going to come as a suggestion with my new video. And you're going to watch it. And if you watch 2 or 3 videos of mine, I will be more likely to be promoted to you and offered, suggested to you when you open YouTube than someone that you didn't watch at all. This is supposedly how the algorithm works. But it works in the name of Ben Shapiro or Hersheimers and others, but not in my case. All right, that's the first one. The second one, if you watch me, or let's say you watch Tom Jones, the singer, my, Delilah. Okay, so you watch him. Next day when you open, it's going to be Tom Jones again, and probably some people similar to Tom Jones's style, which could be, let's say, Elvis Presley, Engelbert Humperdinck, Andy Williams, people like that. Understand? You're going to have suggestions, but you also will have Tom Jones as a suggestion because that's what you watch, what you liked. And the algorithms found out somehow that you like that, is going to give you more Tom Jones. But guess what? Algorithms, when you watch me, you're going to see, Ben Shapiro. Now, Ben Shapiro is not like me. Ben Shapiro is on the other side. But nevertheless, you're going to have Ben Shapiro, or you're going to have Chris Cuomo. And you say, how in the hell I have Chris Cuomo, and Chris Cuomo or Don Lemon do not belong in the same genre I watch? I don't watch those idiots. I watch the fantastic Emil Costman. But guess what? The algorithms will hide me and will give you them. You understand? But when it's Ben Shapiro, they're going to give you Ben Shapiro all the time. Regardless if you by mistake clicked on Ben Shapiro. I will give you an example. Not only one, I have many examples. Friends and relatives who watch me frequently. My cousin, Bogdan, when I started this YouTube thing, he tried to give me viewerships. And he was watching every day all my videos every day to give me views. Obviously, these guys figured it out, and when he was watching, then he had to give some time, watching from different things. He tried to promote me, help me, and thank you very much. Even after I picked up, and I don't want to say need it, but I didn't have to make it artificial. Bogdan's gonna watch my videos over and over, helping my views. Like, instead of having 3 views, I will have 7 views. That's the story. I'm honest. 7 views. And he would watch me, I'm gonna have 8 views. It was a time 4 years ago when that's how I had it. And Bogdan and other people were doing this. So now when I don't need Bogdan to watch all my videos, he watches a video, let's say, once a day or once in 3 days. I'm never a suggestion to him. Never. And he watches me frequently. So he's one of my primordial initial fans. All right? Fans. I think he's my first subscriber, if I remember correctly. But nevertheless, just so you know, he's not. But he watched one time Hershiser or Hershammer, that guy once by mistake, and he was bombarded by that guy all the time. That's not how the honest, free, and just, algorithm should work. This is skewed. That is, somebody somewhere, a software is created in such a way by a programmer. By the way, I have friends and relatives very good programmers, so I know shit about this. Okay, made a little change, and they said we're gonna skew this kind of words, ideologies, into hiding them, and we're gonna promote these guys right here more often. That's it. And that is where comes this idea of it depends what information you put in the box. You allow the box, the AI, to reach conclusions. Let's say you write about that. Hey, AI, is Emil Jewish? Right? If nobody that is considered, the information is not considered reliable, saying Emil is Zimbabwean. So if the AI has introduced as credible that I am Zimbabwean and no information that I'm Jewish, they will say over there, Emily is a Zimbabwean pop, trubulubulubalap. And you say, how is that possible? Because that information was put inside the AI. So AI is checking out and finds the information that was allowed in his brain, in the AI's memory. Understand? So the information you put in the memory of the AI will search in how much information you gave him. If you gave him the information about Emil, that he is 3 feet tall, 1,000 pounds fat, he got only one eye, he's a cyclops, got one ball instead of 3, things like this, that's what he's gonna find. Hey, tell me about Emil Kosman. Emil Kosman is a 3 feet tall guy, 1,000 pounds, cyclops with one ball. Why? That is the information the AI truthfully found according to the information dumped into the AI. Understand? Now, who controls what the AI gets, what the information gets? Like, for instance, who controls what you know? Well, obviously, what school you go to, what parents you have, what interests you have, what books you read, what people you listen to. So you might listen to me, but you don't listen to Ben Shapiro. Obviously, you lose what garbage he has to say. All right? But nevertheless, you should listen to everybody and make your own assessment based on your knowledge and your understanding, on your wisdom. But no, these guys are going to select. That's called censorship. Now let's go to the military. This is actually the pinnacle of this video. AI will control what missiles are activated when they start, when they're launched at one time, and the coordinates. Let's say tomorrow the President of the United States of America doesn't like Altman anymore. And said, we gotta take care of Altman. Altman is the national security. Altman, the guy Samuel Altman with OpenAI, who is going to control our Pentagon, our rockets, where they go, when they go. You can push the button when the rocket starts. You're going to be, okay, abort. Why isn't the missile going? Why is the missile going? God damn it. The control will have no control. AI has overruled or over whatever these guys' control. And who's in charge of the AI? Who puts the information on the AI? And I suspect will be people like Altman. So Altman, if the White House disagrees with Altman's desire to, let's say, bomb Iran, the White House might get a missile sent by the Pentagon through the AI controlled by Mr. Altman. You understand? And you can be a human being trying to abort the mission, starting getting up. What the fuck, John? I don't know, Shantalika. Well, call Deshaun. Deshaun doesn't know. Let's call Itzik or Benjamin. Benjamin, I'm not in the office. Click. That's how it's going to work. And Altman can strike whomever, whatever, through his AI, whomever he doesn't follow his or his clicks order. That's where we will get to. I fucking guarantee you that. That's the first one. And the last one is this. The same thing will be with this kind of programs and media and entertainment. we will be banned. We will be hidden. You will not find me. You're going to say, Emil Kosman, you're not going to find me. I will not exist because the AI destroyed me. You're going to find Ben Shapiro all the time, and people alike. And the AI who's going to take my role. You're going to see someone like me talking like me, but it's not me. And it's going to tell you, I support Israel. I stand with Israel. When you're going to say, what the fuck happened to Emil? Well, it's not Emil. It's the AI controlled by whomever puts the algorithms and information inside the AI. Understand? This is where we are heading. It is it's not to a speed. We don't go to that end, what I just said, in a speed, in an accelerated move. Acceleration, that's why we go. With time, it accelerates. It's going like, it's not going, no. That's how it's going. We're getting that way. With Trump administration, this guy did in a few months more to the tyranny. Tyrannies go slow or go very fast. Go very fast with a military insurrection. That's fast. All right? Or go slowly like Trump. But Trump is the last one, is like the impact when everything changes. And in a few months, Donald Trump reached a point where we're so close to tyranny, Ceausescu-style tyranny and others, that you can't even imagine. I mean, this started about 40 years ago, 50 years ago, when Altmans took over. And right now, it's accelerated. Tomorrow, this guy can designate you or I or whomever they want as a national security threat, just like this. And in the name of that, to promote the common good, whatever they decide and they determine is a common good, they can destroy whomever they want. That's it. They are the prosecutors, they are the judge, they are the police, they're everything. What are you going to do? Nothing. That's why Trump did not even bother. They didn't even bother to have a debate, to provide you why do we attack Iran. They told you why he attacks it. Those are the reasons. And if you disagree with that, fuck you. That's exactly what he said. They create a bomb because Netanyahu said so. That's it. End of story. And I will protect you because Iran wants to strike you. And we're the good guys and they are the bad guys because Netanyahu said so. No debate. That's it. What did you do? Let's say you disagreed with Trump's decision. What did you do? Nothing. We are at war and you do nothing. You go and pay your taxes, go to work, follow the rules, follow the laws. Until when? You're going to change Trump in 3 years in elections? It's going to be another Trump who is like this. He's going to take the torch and move on with the torch from Trump, like the Olympic torch. There's going to be another guy owned by the same Altmans. You'll see. We are fucked. That little minority is going to screw up big time. And after they take care of America, through America, they will attack others. They will infiltrate others. They will create problems. And the Pentagon can try to abort shit, which Pentagon, the intelligence community is infiltrated. Those guys are all not working for us. Just so you know. So good luck. So what are we going to do? What can we do? I don't want to hear you telling me voting. Voting got us Bill Clinton. Voting got us George W. Bush. Voting got us Obama, Biden, Trump. Voting. So fuck voting. All right, that's what they got us. Are you happy with that? Do you want any of these guys that I mentioned to be your father? Would you be proud of these guys to be your father? Let alone the position they were promoted and pushed and doors open. Do you want them as individuals to be your father? I wouldn't. I think these guys would be good as, no offense, I know, dog catchers. That's what it is. Maybe Trump is good in putting the rug underneath other people's feet and vice versa. But as he is right now, he's not a Democrat. He doesn't have any value. And I don't want to be exaggerating, but he doesn't have the American values. Freedom, democracy, rule of law. Where? Use if you want Venezuela. Use if you want Greenland. Use if you want Iran. These things did not apply to Trump whatsoever. I don't have to go into his personal life to tell you how much ethics he has in his life, okay? But somehow now he's ethical. I mean, his life is like a piece of shit. You know what I mean. And now he's a president, but he's going to follow the rules and he's going to stay democratic. after a life of telling other people always what to do, otherwise you're out? Do you think right now he's going to just listen to the people? I mean, really? He was a tyrant all his life in his private business. Do you think right now he's a Democrat? At 69, he just had an enlightenment. And who promoted him? Who allowed him to be over there? Who elected them? You and I? Even if we voted, again, the AI machines called voting machines and their software did the job. And in the future, it's going to be AI taking care of that, which is Altman. Who do we make to win? GG Imbecile 1 or GG Imbecile 2? I think GG Imbecile 2 is more imbecile than GG 1. So let's go with that one. Click. How many votes we give him? I don't know how many. Let's put. We give them 49-51. So these imbeciles think that it's a close fight. Yeah, democracy works. My God. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Remember what I said in this video. Remember, because if things go as they are right now and nothing major happens in this country, I predict that in no more than 2 years we get to where I said. No more than 2 years. So there's 2027, October, September, by Hanukkah. By then we're going to play horror. And if you don't play it enthusiastically enough, you're going to be called an anti-Semite. Like you called right now a homophobe or something. If you don't appreciate it, don't clap like a seal seeing those guys fucking one another in the ass or slushing like that. You are supposed to be, oh my, it's lovely. If you say, oh my, this is horrible, what the fuck is that? Oh my God, prison for Emil. Hey, and that's it. We're going to get there, but not with these guys. These guys is just a way to destroy us. It is about supporting that group. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.